Can you listen to me now? Can you listen to me now, Vedri? Okay. Okay. I think. So, Anand, let's start with here. So we are discussing the crystal density of the crystal now. What is the crystal density? What is density? We know the overall mass divided by volume. Now we will calculate the mass which is present in this crystal. Okay, one by one. Let's see. First, there are we have calculated in each crystal there are n number. Let's say n number of atoms per unit cell. Okay, number of atoms per unit cell. Now, what we will do is we will calculate the mass of single atom. Now, see, mass of one atom, hello, that would be molar mass divided by, hello, Vedri, can you get the number?
Yes, sir,
Okay.
I can hear you.
This
Good
would be the
afternoon.
mass of one atom because in one mole we have 6.0 did you 10 raised to 23 atoms? Can you mute yourself? The molar mass is the mass of that many number of atoms. To get the mass of one atom, we are dividing it by. So whenever you have to ask, we will multiply it by n. We will get the total mass present in this crystal. Okay, and so what we got is n. Did you see the last m by n? This is what we got the total mass. Now, what we are doing is we are dividing it by now volume of the. You have seen them, na? This is what we get. We will start with we were here in the last crystal. We will continue now with. Let's try to solve solid state chapter related to this. I think it's still early. We will wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. That an element having atomic mass of 60, some of them having space-centered cubic crystal. Difficult times for everyone. This has a density of 6.23 grams per centimeter for them to join. Then we will start. Now they have asked what is the age length of the unit cell. Avogadro constant has been given to you. Now, just now we saw the formula for the. Did you solve the question? Where the last question multiplied by n in the class divided by n. You try to solve them divided by v.
Yeah,
Now v for any crystal is a cube, where a is the side of the unit cell. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, where is d in a space-centered cubic crystal, the number of n is equal to dpp as well. We got the value of 4 here. Telegram got the we have got the value of n here. We have the value of n, and we have also got the value of try to solve some of the questions from what we have from that dpp. Whatever till now we have covered, we would try to solve those equal to and m in 1 or 2 lectures, maybe divided more lectures, we will divide it by n. We will cover this chapter volume here, and this would be equal to a cube. Okay, and after we are done with this has been given to us that dpp 23, and also we will try to solve more questions gram per centimeter this chapter. Before we move on to the next chapter. 0 to okay. So thoroughly we will cover all type of questions which can come from this chapter. if you take the cube root of this calculation, you can get the value of A here. Start with this chapter. Okay. Understood this thing? Now, see, in the last class, I explained that what is the crystal density of the
You are currently the
crystal.
only person in this conference.
Yes, sir.
Got this one?
Sir, your voice is not clear.
You understood this one? This question?
Yeah, and I understood.
Okay. Now, can you listen to me now? Now, try to solve this one. Okay. Try to solve this question. Density of KBr has been given to you. Okay. Length of the edge of the unit cell has been given to you. So that KBr has space-centered cubic. Okay. Molar mass of KBr, you can take it as 119. Okay. What you have to calculate is N here. Okay. Now try to show what value of N is equal to almost 4. That would lead us to believe that KVR has. Can you listen to me now, Vedi? Let it. Okay. Can you do this problem, Vedi? Try to do it. See whether this calculation is correct or not. I think. So, Anand, let's start with here. So we are discussing the crystal density of the crystal now. What is the crystal density? What is density? We know the overall mass divided by volume. Now we will calculate the mass which is present in this crystal. Okay, one by one. Let's see. First, we are calculated in each crystal. There are n number of atoms
Yeah, sir, I'm doing.
per unit
Just
cell.
a minute.
Okay. Number of atoms per unit cell. Now, what we will do is we will calculate the mass of single atom. Now, see, mass of one atom, that would be molar mass divided by Na, Avogadro number. Okay, this would be the mass of one atom.
Yes, sir.
Because in 1 mole we have how much the value is here? 23 atoms, value of N. So molar mass is the mass of that many number of atoms. To get the mass of one atom, we are dividing it by Na. Now we will multiply it by N. We will get the total mass present in this. What is the value of N? So what we got is N multiplied by M by Na. This is what we got the total mass. Now what we are doing is we are dividing it by now volume of the crystal. This is what we get. Now see, okay, for the crystal density of the crystal. Now picometer. Let's try to solve this one. Question 650 related 10 raised to. Okay. So this question has asked 12 that an element having atomic mass of, I can write it as 6. Having space-centered cubic crystal. Okay. This has a density of 6.23 gram per centimeter cube. Understood? The value here they have asked what is the phase length of 3.9. Avogadro constant has been given. You can take it as now 4 here. Just now we saw the formula for the density, which was N multiplied by M divided by Na divided by V. Now, V for any crystal is now A cube, where A is the side of the unit cell. Okay. Now try to solve this question in a face-centered cubic crystal. The number of N metal has a FCC type of lattice. we got the value of 4 here. We have got the value of n here. So A have the value of n, and we have also got the value of density of the metal. What we have to calculate, rho has been given V here. 2.7 V would be gram centimeter equal to, and the molar mass of the metal has been asked. Okay, divided by rho has been asked to you, divided by when Na is, this would be given to you. Okay, volume here. Now this will be equal to, try to calculate the m here. 4 multiplied by 60. Okay, rho has been given to us as 6.23. Okay, gram per centimeter. What is the value of Na? Would be 4.02 into 10 raised to 23. Can you now, if you take the cube root of this calculation, you can get the value of A here. Okay, understood this thing, Vaidehi? Okay, on again. Okay, can, what is,
Yes, sir.
got this one?
Sir, your voice is not clear.
You are now unmuted.
You understood this one? This question?
Yeah, and I understood.
Okay. Now, yes. Now, try to solve this. Understood this at least? Okay. How to do this? Try to solve this question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Density of KVR has been given to you. Okay. Now, let's move to the length of the edge of the unit cell has been given to you. For that, KVR has space centered in a body center molar mass of KVR. Now, if you remember the last class, okay, packing efficiency in what you have to calculate lattice, and what was it? Okay. Now, try to show what value of n is
32.
equal to almost 4. That, yes, lead us packing efficiency that KVR has, and while that's why this would be 32. Can you do this problem, Vaidehi? Okay. Try to do it. See whether this. Let's come to the correct topic here. Now, till now, what we have been seeing here is that different type of arrangement of atoms, okay, around the lattice only. Okay. Now, what happens in some of these solids which have non-directional bonding? Their structure we determine on the basis of geometrical consideration only. Okay, this we have studied in the, I think, first or second lecture. Okay, now how do we know which type of structure they are using this calculation? We will pick that type of structure in which
I'm doing
the
just a minute.
structure as a whole is having a lowest energy. Okay, lowest energy structure. Now, the lowest energy structure would be that one where each particle is surrounded by the greatest possible number of neighbors. That means highest packing efficiency possible for that arrangement. How much the value is here? This is what we are going to see. Okay. Now, keep in mind, for such solids, we will consider them as hard spheres, although they are not those are not hard as such, but we are assuming hard spheres here, and we are assuming that all the atoms, okay, spheres are of equal size. Okay. Now, how do we arrange these hard spheres? What we will do is we will try to arrange them in such a fashion so that the maximum available space is occupied. Maximum available space inside that unit cell, inside that arrangement is used here. Okay. Okay,
Now I can
such
write
type
it
of
as
packing we call it
6.54
closed
into
packing.
10 raised to minus 6
Whatever the
centimeters.
maximum possible, understood, the value here would come out to be almost 3.9 efficiency, which we can take it as utilization of space. Okay, this is that is what will determine the arrangement of our atom. Okay, now see here, apart from this close packing, we will try to now. Okay, now what happens in sometimes in this type of arrangement is that the size
Now,
of space
solve this
between these
question.
voids, okay, arrangement, because of these arrangements was asked, you will find some kind matter has some kind of voids in between these spaces. Age length of the unit cell is what we are doing is, okay, so A is given this is the arrangement. 404 picometer. Let's say this is the arrangement. Density of the metal is another arrangement.
So rho has been given to you
Arranging one by one only.
0.72 gram centimeter.
Assume these are touching each
And
other.
the molar mass of the metal
Now,
has
what
been
we are trying to achieve is that this
M has been
vacant
asked
space,
you
this void
when
space in
NA
between
is
should be
given to you.
minimum.
Now,
This is what we are trying to achieve.
try to calculate the M.
Now let's see one by one different type of closed packing which we can try.
This is the formula.
First, we will try in the two-dimensional closed packing. Okay.
FTP
Why are we
lattice,
calling
what
it
is the
two-dimensional?
value of
N 4. Here, what we are seeing is the arrangement of the atom is same, is different only in two dimensions. Okay. They are going to be same above it. Okay. Now see here, in such dimension, centers of the sphere are lying one below another. Okay, they are exactly arranged like this, and above this sphere, we are seeing another sphere. What is understood? Exactly at the same center, we are putting up another sphere above it. Now, in such type of arrangement, you can see this single sphere is touching four spheres in this two-dimensional arrangement. Okay,
You are now
in this
unmuted.
two-dimensional arrangement, only these walls are present, and one by one, side by side, we are arranging. We are adding to another sphere, another sphere, another. That is how
Understood this at least.
arrangement.
How to do this?
How to do it in this direction.
Yes, sir,
let's say.
yes,
One
sir.
another sphere I have put. I think just like that only. Okay. Now let's move to now see
next
here.
question.
In this arrangement, what is the percentage sphere is touching four other spheres only? So what we call it is now
if
the
you
nearest
remember,
neighbor in
the
this
last
are
class,
only four nearest
packing
neighbors. Okay, and we
in,
call it, that's why we call it
PCC lattice.
square
What
closed
was it?
packing. Okay, coordination number here would be 4.
It was actually
But the
32.
nearest neighbors are 4
32.
only.
32.
Yes.
Now, packing when we try to calculate the packing efficiency while
Yeah.
in this type of arrangement, this would be 30. Okay, in
32.
this type of arrangement, if we try to calculate the packing efficiency, it comes
Now,
out
let's
to be
come to the
52.4%. Topic here. Only
Now,
52.
till now,
What
we
rest
have
of the
been
space,
seeing
about
here is
47.6%
that,
is void
this
and type
volume.
of arrangement of atoms, that type of arrangement.
Uh,
Now, in this
around
space, we are occupying
lattice
only
only.
52.4%.
Now,
Let's
what
try another
happens
type of
in
closed
some of
packing,
these
which are which have non-directional bonding.
square close.
Their
Now,
structure
let's see.
we determine on the basis
This
of
is the one
geometrical
called
consideration only.
hexagonal
closed. Okay,
This we
now
have
see here.
studied in the
I have put
first
up
or
one
second
layer.
lecture.
I'm not putting another layer
Now,
just above it.
how
I'm
do
just
we
putting it
know
in
which
this type
void
of structure they are going to see? This void space, I'm
that
putting
type of
another
structure
layer. In which that way the structure as
are
a
making
whole
a
is having
hexagonal
a
here.
lowest
Okay,
energy.
that is why it is called as
Lowest
hexagonal
energy structure.
closed
Now,
packing.
the lowest energy structure would be that one. This is
Where
hexagonal closed packing. Each particle in this
surrounded
hexagonal
by
closed
the
packing
greatest
possible number of
this
single solid sphere is touching highest 6 packing efficiency possible for that. That's why the coordination number here in this type is what we are going to see. Okay. Now, okay. Now, keep in mind when we try to calculate the packing efficiency, consider them as hard spheres. Although the packing efficiency in this SCP arrangement, hexagonal closed packing, these are not hard as such, but we are assuming hard spheres here. We are assuming that all the atoms 4%. Okay, remaining are of equal volume. Okay. Now, as we saw, as I told you earlier, the one which is having higher packing efficiency will be the more stable in such a fashion, okay, so that the maximum that will be the more stable because that will have the lower energy. Maximum available is now this inside that unit cell inside that arrangement from the earlier arrangement of such type of packing we call it closed packing, square closed packing. Whatever the maximum, okay. What we saw was
the only person
possible.
in this conference.
We see packing efficiency or utilization of space. Okay, that is what will determine the arrangement of our atom. Okay, now see here. Apart from this closed packing, we will try to do. Okay, now what happens in sometimes in this type of arrangement is corrected. Now the size of now space between these voids, if we are moving arrangement because of closed packing, you will find some kind hexagonal some kind of void in between these. What we are seeing here is what we are coordination number has increased from 4 to 6. This is the arrangement. Okay. And the packing efficiency has increased from maybe there is another arrangement 52. We are arranging one by one only. 52.4%. Assume now these are touching each other. 60. Now what we are trying to achieve is that this vacant space, this void is going to achieve better stability than the earlier one. Okay. Now this is what we are trying to achieve. We were changing the position. Now let's see one by one different type of closed packing which we can try in this. Now we are going to try in the two-dimensional closed packing. Do the three-dimensional. Why are we calling it two-dimensional? Let's see. Now here what we are seeing is the arrangement of this three-dimensional packing is different in we are seeing dimension. SCP type arrangement they are going to be same above it. Okay, this is the SCP type arrangement in such dimension at the base level. Center of the sphere layer are lying one below another. Two types of voids. They are exactly arranged like this, and above this sphere we are seeing another sphere. Okay, understood? Exactly at the same center we are putting up another sphere above it. Now in such type of arrangement you can see this single sphere is touching 4 spheres in this two-dimensional arrangement. Okay, in this two-dimensional arrangement. Okay, connected. Only these walls are present, and one by one side by side type of two-dimensional arrangement. We can see two types of void spaces. First is that is how each type of void space you can see this is moving in this direction. Let's say one another triangle you are seeing just like that only. Okay. Now see this void space in this arrangement. This located sphere is touching 4 other spheres upward, and this what type we call it is B type. The nearest neighbor in this are only 4 nearest neighbor. It's actually pointing downward. That's why we call it pointing downward. Square closed pack. This is what coordination number here. Now you see here this B type of void space and C type of void space are now what different. When we try to visualize it, the whenever you arrange atoms side by side. Okay, here in this type of arrangement, again see we try to calculate the packing solid sphere. Some are on the upper side and then one sphere is on the lower side. So it's only 50 type of void. Rest
Now,
of the space, about 47.6%,
one
is void
sphere is on
volume.
above side and the two are on
This
the
is
lower
the
side.
type
It
of
is
arrangement.
making
Now,
these
in
type
this
of
space, we are
void.
occupying
Okay,
only
these
62.4%.
two are different type of
Let's
void.
try
These are
another
not
type
similar.
of closed packing.
Okay.
Now,
What we are going to
this
do
was
in the
square
third
cube.
dimension here is
Now,
we are
let's
going
see.
to put another layer
This
of
is
solid
the one
sphere
called
only on the B
hexagonal
element
closed
here.
packing. Now,
Only on the
see
B
here, void
I
volume
have
here.
put up one layer.
Okay,
I'm
only
not
on
putting
the
another
B
layer
void.
just above it. I'm just putting it in
Like
this
this.
void space.
Now, see in the next
This
diagram,
void space, I
I'm
have
putting
done the
the another
same
layer.
layer. I have put
That
up
way, they
B,
effectively
put
are
up solid
making a
sphere of the same
hexagonal
size.
here.
Okay, that is why
B
it's
void
called
volume.
as hexagonal.
Now, let's see
Close packing.
let's see two different angles, this arrangement.
Okay. This is hexagonal
Now,
close
when
packing.
we see this arrangement,
In this
two
hexagonal
different
close
angles,
packing, you can
what
see
we see is
this
single, this is the
solid
first
sphere
layer,
is touching
A, which
we
we saw as hexagonal
solid sphere here.
Okay,
That's why the coordination number here in this type of
the second layer
arrangement here
is above it.
okay
With this now,
when we
okay,
try to calculate
the
the,
right side of
packing
this B
efficiency
layer.
here,
This is the B
this is
layer
the
here.
packing efficiency.
The
In
another,
this
the third layer
SCP arrangement,
is again
hexagonal
this
close packing,
same
it
layer
is 60 where we are putting up another sphere on the exactly
60.4%,
same position
remaining
as
in
the
still
first
the
one layer
volume.
volume. Okay.
Now,
As we
I'm
saw,
going back
as I
to
told
the
you
earlier
earlier,
diagram.
the one which is
I'm
having
going to
higher
do it.
packing
Now, do you
packing
see this
efficiency will be the
A
more
position
stable
here,
packing.
A side? I'm
Okay.
going to put another,
That will be the
next
more stable
sphere.
because that will have
Okay.
the lower
That's
energy.
in red color.
I'm
Now,
going to
this
put
is
it
the
on this
in
side
case
only.
two things you
Okay,
should
the
notice
A
here.
side only.
From the earlier arrangement of
This is our
square
next
closed
sphere.
packing.
I'm writing it here.
Similarly, the next
Square
square
closed
closed
packing.
packing,
This one
to
here.
SCP.
Okay.
So this is what we are. What we
You are
saw
currently
was
the only
we are
person in this
putting up
conference.
next sphere on the same side as earlier.
We
Now, this way we get what we got is first
Okay.
layer is A, second layer is of different arrangement, third layer is at this exact same position. So we are seeing the AB type of arrangement. Okay, and this is called hexagonal close packing of sphere in three-dimensional. Connected? In three-dimensional, we are seeing this hexagonal
Now,
close packing arrangement. If we see, okay, if we are moving from
now
square close packing, let's see another this hexagonal close packing. Okay, what
Now,
we are in this
seeing
here
here
is that what coordination number has increased from
instead
4
of
to 6. See, okay, and the
instead
packing
of
efficiency has
putting this
increased
third
from
layer
52
on this red one.
52. Okay,
Was it?
I'm erasing this
You are
red
currently
one.
the only person in this
Now
conference.
to 60.4%. Two things have increased. So this is going to achieve better stability than the earlier one. Okay. Now what we were changing the position in this dimension only. Okay. This here and this. Now we are going to do is we are going to instead of do the three-dimensional close third layer putting it on the same position of
Now,
A. What I'm going to do is I'm in this three-dimensional put the third sphere on this C side. We are seeing this
You are currently the
SCP
only
type
person in this
arrangement only
conference.
at the two.
here.
Okay, this is
These
the SCP
are-
type
This is
arrangement
my next.
at the base
layer.
level. Now
You are currently the only
layer.
person in this conference.
There are two types of voids, B and C here. Okay. Now C okay connected. Now see above this type of two-dimensional arrangement, we can see two types of void spaces. First is this C type of void space. You can see in this void space, the reverse triangle you are seeing here. Okay, so this void space is upward located. Okay, this is pointing upward, and this type of B type of void space, it's actually pointing downwards. This here, pointing downwards. This is what we are seeing. Now you see here, now this B type of void space and C type of void space are somewhat different. Try to visualize it. The third layer I'm going to put on atoms side by side. C side here. Here, okay. This is the another side here. I'm going to put this solid on the C side, not on upper side, and then one sphere is on the lower. Not exactly the A position. C type of void. So this is another type of layer. One void where one sphere is on above diagram here. Two are on the lower side. Here making the B type of void. These two are different type of void. These are not similar. First layer, second layer. Now, and what we are going to do in the third dimension and here, this is what we are going to put here. Another layer of solid sphere now only on the B elements here. In this only on the B void volume called as cubic only on these B voids of spheres. Okay, like this. What now you are going in the next diagram, this type of arrangement only. I have put up B spheres, put up solid sphere of the same size on these V void volume. Okay. Now let's see through different angles this arrangement. Okay. Now when we see this arrangement through different angles, what we see is in this cubic closed sphere, first layer, those packing of these spheres, which we saw as going to see the similar lattice we saw in case of FCC lattice here. Okay. The second layer here, bottom. These are the corner elements, corner atoms here, the right side of this B layer. This is the B layer here. The third layer. Now again this C here, same layer. These are we are putting up another sphere on the exactly same position as the first one layer was. Okay. And now I'm going back to the earlier diagram. But I am going to do it. Now, did you see this A position here? A side. I am going to put another next sphere. Okay. Let's say this is red color. I am going to put it on this type of side only. Okay. The A side only. Okay. I hope you understood this one. This is our next sphere. One by similarly, the next sphere would be this one here. Okay. Connected. Okay. Now see here what happens in the three-dimensional closed packing. There is two types of packing we saw. AB type of packing. Okay. The first one that you can easily visualize here is what it is going to happen here is that this is the body centered cubic type of lattice. Okay. Now these were the first layer, and at the center of it there is another layer. Let's say at the body center. This is your A layer, and this is your B layer. Okay. This is what's happening in case of AB type of packing. Now, the number of atoms here were 2. Okay. Coordination number you can see is 8 here. The packing efficiency we calculated earlier was 68%. Okay. Now, here, all first A group elements, okay, are going to show such type of packing, BCC. Apart from them, barium, cobalt group, nickel group, and copper group, and all inert gases except helium is going to show this type of lattice arrangement, BCC type of lattice arrangement. Now, in case of CCP, cubic close packing, what we is ABC type of arrangement. Okay, what we ultimately in case of FCC as we saw, this is the number of atoms are 4 here. Okay, effective number of atoms present in FCC unit cell. The coordination number was 12. We saw in case of FCC lattice. I hope you remember. Okay, this was the coordination number. I'll again show you here. If these were corner element, this is the phase center of above, and one, another phase center here, another phase center here, another at the front. So four center side by side. So four, these are also the nearest neighbors. These four at the corner sides are nearest neighbor, and above similarly above there will be another unit cell. Okay, so this will also have those phase center. From those phase center also this atom is going to be at the same distance. Effectively, you are going to see coordination number as 12 here. Okay, now the packing efficiency here is 74%. Okay, now calcium, strontium, aluminum, these are the type of elements which are found in FCC lattice. Okay, the D block element, beryllium, magnesium also forms this type of lattice. Now, if we see the hexagonal close packing, you remember, okay, this was arrangement here, one by one, elements were present here, like this, I think. So something like this. This was the arrangement, okay, and in between this, you found three other different arrangements. Okay, D layer. Okay, let me go back to this diagram here. Okay. In this diagram, you found three layers here. Okay, so you can see here again that this, just like these are three atoms present here. Okay, similar will be above this part, another unit cell, three atoms. Okay, so effectively 12 elements are at the same distance from this single sphere here. Okay, like this one. Okay, uh, let me draw better. This is like this. This would be like here, and we can draw like this. Okay, and these are at the same distance as here. Okay, now, so effectively we get 12 coordination number here. Now, if you calculate the packing efficiency of this diagram, you will again get the same packing efficiency, 74%. Okay, try to calculate it using that equation and establish relationship between R and A. Okay, and calculate the packing efficiency here. Calculate the contribution of each atom here. Okay, and you will get that effectively there are 6 coordination numbers here. Okay, number of atoms per unit cell here is are 6. Okay, try to see how we calculate this type of arrangement. Now, okay, now we are done with this thing. Now let's try to understand one more thing here. Okay, related to this is manganese is going to crystallize in only simple cubic crystal. That is, this is what we saw in case of simple cubic crystal, like this only. No body center, no face center, no hexagonal, simple. Manganese is going to crystallize in this fashion. Okay. Now let's solve this question first. Okay. This question says a metal crystallizes with a face-centered cubic lattice. Okay. The age length of the unit cell is 408 picometer. What we have to calculate is the diameter of the metal atom. Now, in a face-centered cubic crystal, what we see is this arrangement, right? Where all the face center are also occupied apart from the corner sides. Okay, this is the, let's say, front face. Now, these atoms are arranged across the face diagonals. These face diagonal atoms are touching each other. Okay, let's see this if I try to draw. Okay, so these are touching each other. So across the face diagonal, these atoms are having radius of 4r, 2r of the central one, and r of this corner one, which would be equal to the length of the face diagonal, which is root 2a. Okay. Now, if this is root 2a, what you get is you have to calculate the diameter here. What is the diameter? D is equal to 2r. Okay. So what you get here is D would be equal to AY root 2. Okay. If I put 2R here, okay, D, 2D, so D would be equal to AY root 2. Now A has been given to us as 408 picometer. Okay. 408 picometer divided by 1.414, you will get almost equal to 288 picometer. Okay, this would be your answer here. Now, let's see the next topic here, which is interstices or voids or holes in crystals. Now, see here, there are two types of voids or maybe three types of voids we will study. First one is the tetrahedral interstices. Okay, what's happening here is when you arrange these three spheres side by side and above it you are going to put another sphere on this vacant space, you are going to form a tetrahedral void here. Okay, this if this is the arrangement of these atoms, in between this you are going to see a void of space. This is what is called as tetrahedral void because it is found in between tetrahedron arrangement. Okay. Now, if we calculate the number of tetrahedral voids in case of FCC. Okay. Now, see, in case of FCC, total number of atoms are 4. This we already calculated. What we will find is the total number of tetrahedral voids will be double of it. That is 8 here. Okay. Now, let's see how are these 8 tetrahedral voids are present in this FCC type of lattice. Okay. First is, now see this one. Corner atom A, we are forming a tetrahedron along with these three face-centered elements. The D, which is the face center for the back side of the cube. This is B, which is face center for the top portion of the cube. Okay, so this is how this is arrangement is going to look like. Okay, so exactly like the tetrahedron geometry. In this tetrahedron geometry only, we are going to see this single tetrahedral void. Okay, now this tetrahedral void again is going to be similarly situated across all corner atom you can visualize now. Okay, you just have to take the adjacent three face centered, and along with the corner one you can form a tetrahedral, and you can find a tetrahedral void here. Okay, so effectively total tetrahedral voids we found was 8. Now let's see in case of octahedral interstices. See, in case of octahedral interstices, what we see here is the arrangement of atoms is like this. Okay, and in between this arrangement, we are going to see another void space. Now, we are not going directly put one sphere directly above this void. We are situating these solid sphere in between these spheres here, here, and here. Okay, so these three yellow spheres, and in between this one, you can find a void here at the center position. Okay, this is what we are going to see. This type of void is called as octahedral void. Now, this is what your octahedral looks like. Okay, and this is the bottom arrangement of atom. See here, this is the top one, and this is the bottom one. Okay, and this is the type of arrangement we are seeing here. In between this, we are seeing the tetrahedral void. Okay. Now let's count this number of tetrahedral voids, octahedral voids present in a FCC lattice. Now you can see here, first one is octahedral void. You need 6 solid spheres surrounding it. Now you can see here, if these 6 atoms of the face center now see, they are going to make a octahedral here, okay, like this, okay, like this, and in between this octahedral, this, okay, this is behind the what surface, this face center at the back of the cube, this is at the front side of the cube, okay. That is how you can visualize that there is void space in between this octahedron here. Effectively, at the body centered in case of FCC lattice, you are going to see a octahedral void here. Now, similarly, such type of arrangement can be seen across the edge center also. Okay, across the edge center, okay, see, you can find the A6 solid sphere at the same distance of AY2. Okay, at the same distance. They were here at the same distance AY2. These are also here at the same distance of AY2 here. Okay, see here. Now, this is also a octahedral void. Now, see, but if we want to calculate octahedral void for single unit cell, what we have to do is we have to see in how many unit cell this octahedral void being shared here. Now, this is being shared in between 4 unit cells. The contribution of one octahedral void would be the 1/4. Okay. Now, there are 12 edges in a unit cell. So what we are going to do is 12 multiplied by 1/4, okay, and plus this one body center 1 multiplied by 1, because it is inside the unit cell, it is going to contribute complete 1 to the void, and you are going to see the number of octahedral voids as 4 here. Okay, so you can see now that number of atoms in FCC are 4, octahedral voids are also is the same in number. This is what happens. Octahedral voids are same in number, while tetrahedral voids are double in number. Okay. Now let's see the next part here. the limiting radius ratio. Now, in an ionic crystal, okay, the this ion will contain many numbers of large number of cation and anion. Okay. Now, if two things you have to notice is cation, let's write it as C plus, and anion, let's write them as A minus here. The cation would be smaller in size. Why is it smaller? And anion is larger in size. Because generally in a cation you abstract an electron and it's all from the outer orbit shell, so it gets smaller in its size while you add an electron, okay, to the outermost orbital, the size of the anion generally increases. Okay, now in an ionic crystal, okay, in an ionic crystal the arrangement of anion and cation would be such that your both anions and cations are touching each other. Okay. Now again the similar way of arrangement would be to produce the maximum stability. Okay. We'll arrange ions in such a way that we are going to produce a maximum stability here. Now the stability of the ionic crystal, what we can do is can describe in terms of radius ratio. Okay, that means ratio of the cation to the ratio of anion here. Okay, now this range is thus called is limiting radius ratio. Okay, this helps us in determining the arrangement of the ion in different type of crystals here. Different type of crystals we are going to see the arrangement of the ion. Okay, now see, let's see the first type of arrangement is the triangular arrangement here. Okay. Now in this triangular arrangement, what we are going to see is all anions here, 1, 2, and 3. These three are touching each other. Okay. And the cations are going to be in this void space. Okay. This is going to be in this void space. Okay. So if you want to have this ratio of R plus to R minus, okay, cation to anion, okay, where anion is touching each other and cation is present in between, the limiting radius ratio we are going to calculate, okay, for which they can assume this state. Okay, now see here, this angle from the center of cation to the center of anion, this angle is completely 60 degrees. This is equilateral triangle. Okay. Now this angle is up to here is 30 degree. This overall calculation we can see the cos theta here we are going to calculate, which is going to be base divided by hypotenuse. Right? Now see here, this base is of equal length of R minus here. Okay, we are putting a perpendicular from the center of the cation. This is R minus, okay, and this hypotenuse is the combination of the radius of the anion and radius of the cation here, R minus plus R plus. Okay. This is your cos theta, 3 by 2 here. Okay, now see here, when you do this calculation using between this equation and you try to calculate R plus by R minus, you get the equation that it is equal to 0.155. So your limiting radius ratio is 0.155. Okay, this is what we are going to see here. Okay, now if the anion are touching each other and forming a tetrahedron. Okay, so the coordination number of the cation is 4 here. Okay, now across this arrangement, you can see this type of arrangement. Okay, now this cation is present at the tetrahedral void. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate this R plus to R minus. Now see here in this arrangement, this total length, which is 2R minus, the ions are touching each other. Okay, this is 2R minus, this is equal to root 2A. Okay, this length across the phase triangle. Now see another arrangement, another diagonal is body diagonal. Across the body diagonal, if you see, okay, you see across the body diagonal, this cation is present here. Okay, now across this body diagonal, the length of overall body diagonal is root 3A up to cation, which is at the center position. This length is root 3A by 2. So this would be equal to R plus R minus. That is radius of cation plus radius of anion. So this is what we are going to see here. Okay. So using these two equations, okay, the one earlier which we saw, A equal to 2 minus, okay, we saw here was that R plus by R minus would come out to be 0.225. Okay, so for tetrahedral geometry, you need at least 0.225 ratio. Okay, R plus to R minus. Okay, now let's see the octahedral void here. Okay, now in case of octahedral void, all the anions are going to touch each other. Coordination number is 6 here. We saw in case of octahedral void earlier. Okay. Now let's try to establish the relationship between R plus and R minus here. Now anions are occupying the octahedral position, and at the void we are going to see another cation present at the center. Okay. Now see here in this type of octahedral void, the length between anion to anion is 2R minus here, while the across this diagonal, the length is 4R, 2R plus 2R minus. This is R minus, this is 2R plus, and this is R minus. So this is equal to root 2A. Now, we are going to establish the relationship using this relationship. This overall length of A is equal to 2R minus. What we get using these equations from these equations is that R plus by R minus would be equal to 0.414. Okay. This is our calculation for octahedral void. Okay. Now let's see the cubic void here. Okay. Now for cubic voids, all the anions are touching each other. Okay, this here. Okay, all the anions are touching each other, and the coordination number is going to be 8 here. Okay, so across the cube diagonal, we see this AD. This is root 3a, which is 2r plus plus 2r minus. Okay. Now, if we want to calculate the distance here between two anions, this is equal to a here. We using this equation, we try to calculate the radius ratio here, r plus by r minus, which comes out to be 0.732. Okay, this is what our cubic void would be. Now, let's see the scenario here. Now, if your radius ratio is between 0.155 to 0.225, okay, what we saw was that we are going to see a planar trigonal geometry. We calculated for the triangular, what was it? 0.155. Okay, 0.155. Okay, now for tetrahedral, up to tetrahedral, we saw 0.225 here. Now see this table here. Okay, now 0.155 to 0.225, coordination number is 3 only, and we are going to see a plane trigonal geometry where that cation is going to occupy the void space. Okay, the example of such type of arrangement is boron oxide. Okay, now see the other type of arrangement, which is when the radius ratio is 0.225 to 0.414. Coordination number would be 4. The arrangement would be the tetrahedral arrangement. Let's see the example is zinc sulfide to SiO2. Okay, here zinc is going to occupy the void space, and sulfur is going to assume the tetrahedral position. Okay, when this ratio is between 0.414 to 0.732, the arrangement is still going to be square planar here. Okay, the geometry is okay. See here, okay, planar geometry. We saw this. This is 0.414 only. Okay, so this was from 0.414 to 0.732. Coordination number is going to be 4 here only, and the structural arrangement would be of the square planar geometry. Okay, now if we see the coordination number is 6 here. Okay, coordination number is 6 here. We are going to see the structural arrangement of the octahedral arrangement. The sodium is going to occupy the void space of octahedral void. Chlorine is taking the position of the octahedral space. MgO2 is another type of compound which forms such type of geometry here. Now here also, if this arrangement is a cubic arrangement, we are going to see that example of CSCl here. Okay, CSCl only will assume the cubic void space cesium here. Okay, and chlorine will occupy the cubic space. Okay, now if you have understood this, then I try to revise it thoroughly. Again, try to see how did we do that. Did we do those calculations? Okay. Now, what we will do is we will try to solve questions related to this one. Okay. Now, see here. Okay. This is our question, which is structure of mixed oxide is cubic closed packed structure. Okay, mixed oxide is cubic closed packed structure. Number of atoms in cubic closed structure were 4. Oxide is going to assume this type of structure. Okay, now cubic unit cell of mixed oxide is composed of oxide ion, cubic unit cell. Okay, so we are calculating this is as 4 atoms of oxide ion. 1/4 of the tetrahedral voids are occupied by the divalent metal. What we saw in this case, there were 8 tetrahedral voids. Okay, tetrahedral voids 8, 1/4. That means 2 tetrahedral for A, and octahedral void if we see in 4 which are occupied by the monovalent metal, which is B. Okay, so now you can see here that if A is going to be, B is going to be double in number of A. Okay, B is going to be double in number. So this is what O2 minus this would be. Okay, so this is what your arrangement would look like. AB2O2. Okay, so this is A2B4O4. This would turn out to be AB2O2. This is your arrangement here. Okay, now let's see another number of octahedral voids per atom present in a cubic closed pack structure. Okay, now the question asked for the per atom. Number of octahedral voids are 4 in a cubic closed packed structure. Okay, number of atoms 4 in a cubic closed packed structure. Now see, number of atoms in cubic closed packed structure are 4 here. Number of atoms in the CCP lattice are 4. Number of octahedral voids we also saw, those were 4 only. Okay, in FCC type of lattice. Now they are saying number of octahedral voids per atom. Okay, so 4 octahedral for 4 atoms. That means 1 octahedral void for 1 atom here. Okay, I hope you understood this one. Okay, now let's see another question here. Now in this question they are asking for the A stands for the age length of the cubic system. Okay, let's say simple cubic or body centered cubic, face centered. In a simple cubic system, we see this type of arrangement. Okay, only the corner sides. Okay, so if atoms are arranged at the corner side, that means this distance between two is 2r equal to A. That means r is equal to A by 2. If it is body centered cubic lattice, we are going to see this simple arrangement where the atoms are present at the body center, and across the body center we are going to count. Okay, so 4 are equal to root 3 across the body center, so r would be root 3 A by 4 here across the FCC lattice. Now okay, we are going to calculate only across the face center. Okay, across the face center 4 are equal to root 2a. This would lead to r equal to a by 2 root 2. Okay, so your answer would be the a1 here. Okay, hope you understood this thing. Okay, so we are going to continue with the NaCl type of structure in the next class. We will study what is the arrangement here in case of NaCl type of structure. Okay, what is the distance between R plus R minus, number of molecules inside one unit cell in case of NaCl. Okay, this is what we are going to see in the next class. Okay, so that's it for today. Okay, keep revising everyone. Okay, let's end it here today.